Hi everyone! In today's video, we're going to talk about anxiety. And in particular, we're going to talk about what is going on when anxiety shows up in your body and why it's so important to get to know your anxiety trigger. So let's get started. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Carole, your life coach from CaroleCares.com. Thanks for being here right now because I really care what you're working through. If you require immediate assistance and are afraid that you may self-harm, please dial 911 or hit the video link above at any time during the video. So what is going on when anxiety shows up in your body? Well, let me begin by saying that everyone experiences anxiety from time to time. It's a natural emotion, and it can be a really important one. Anxiety sort of stirs things up to warn you of something dangerous or threatening in your surroundings. Yet for some of you, these feelings of nervousness or fear or worry about what might happen can start to become a very big part of your life. In fact, they may be running your life right now. I suffered from anxiety all my life. I had voices in my head that kept coming up and they would paralyze me with fear. They told me over and over not to do something. And they always warned me what would happen if I tried. I created this huge story in my head of why I shouldn't start this YouTube channel or my website. Bad things were going to happen to me. No one would watch my videos. People would laugh at me or make fun of me. And I had to work through all of those emotions and all of those thoughts in my head before I could even begin these videos. There was absolutely no way that I could ignore or pretend that I wasn't anxious. And I want you to get on the same path that I'm on by showing you how I work through my anxieties when they come up. I know that for a lot of you, your anxiety is interfering with your school life, maybe your attendance or your ability to complete assignments or study. It's also affecting your home life or your social interactions and your relationships with people. Some of you can feel anxious all the time, even when things seem to be okay in your life. There are so many different kinds of anxiety, and everyone experiences anxiety in a different way. But all types of anxieties have one thing in common. When anxiety shows up in your body, you've just been triggered. Your anxiety is a reaction to your current situation, and you are reacting to something that has just triggered you. And this is what I want to focus on: your anxiety triggers. Now, you may not always be able to pinpoint exactly what has just triggered you, and it's not always obvious, but a lot of you know things or people that may trigger your anxiety. And if you do, you put great effort into managing or dealing with your anxiety. Maybe you find ways to get around your triggers by avoiding certain people or places or situations. Or maybe you just try to pretend that you don't have anxiety. I want to get you to a place where you are no longer managing your anxiety, where you are no longer just coping with it. This is not living your life. I want to bring you to a place where anxiety no longer runs your life, and where you're no longer sitting in a constant state of wondering what's going to happen next. Your physical symptoms that you experience with your anxiety are real. Your headaches, muscle pains, your sweating, your shortness of breath, they're all real, but they're all a result of the fear or the panic that's in your body. All of them are a result of what your anxiety is telling you in your mind. When you are triggered, or when your anxiety starts to appear, a story begins in your mind. It starts to warn you why you shouldn't do something. It puts fear in you. It makes you believe that you're unsafe, that you can't do something because something bad might happen. And it's impossible to ignore it. It's impossible not to believe it. This is your perception of what is happening because these are your thoughts that are coming from your head. And these are the thoughts that you have to start listening to. Your triggers happen for you, not to you. Your anxiety has a message for you. And I know that some of you have so much fear in you right now. Your anxiety has made you so scared to live. And I know how it is affecting everything in your life. And this is why it's so important to get to know your anxiety triggers. This is where I want you to begin. You may not always know why you are feeling anxious, but you have to start looking at your triggers. They have answers for you, and they can tell you why you're feeling so anxious. So if you are fed up with your anxiety and the impact that it's having on your life, then you have to start looking at what is triggering your anxiety. This is what's going to get to the core of what's causing it. When anxiety shows up in your body, you've just been triggered. I can't stress this enough. You need to start paying attention to your triggers. If you haven't yet watched my video on triggering, I'll link it at the end, as well as my video on journaling. It is time now to start journaling about your triggers. This is the first step to working through your anxiety. You have to start journaling. You can also subscribe to my website for free writing prompts to get you started. You can also follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, have compassion for yourself for what you're working through and stay safe. Bye for now.